Hey everyone, it's Bill from Competition Cars, and today we have a very special car here. This is a 1960 Mercedes-Benz 190 SL. We're gonna go over the undercarriage and a little history on the car. I bought this car almost 2 years ago, actually. And when I bought the car, it was all intact, fully, everything was there. It was in driver quality condition. And I could have sold the car just like it was and probably done very well with it. These are very valuable cars. And I decided to, quote unquote, fix it up and make it a little bit nicer. And that was 2 years ago. So what wound up happening was we started doing things to the car, and we said, well, if we do this, we might as well do that. And then that turned into something different, and it kept snowballing, and we wound up having this car completely apart. I'll have this car on Bring a Trailer. I'll have some pictures and videos of the car in the paint shop, completely disassembled. We wound up doing floor pans, frame rails. We just went off on this car. These cars can tend to be rusty. I mean, it's a 1960, so you do the math. It's a very old car. 5-year-old car. So the more we dug into it and the more money that I put into it, I was like, well, listen, if we're gonna do it, we might as well do it right. Now, we are not Mercedes-Benz restorers by any means. We're car guys, we love what we do. We're smart when it comes to, fixing things up and getting things done. And I wanted to get this car as correct as I could. And once I crossed a certain threshold with the money, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to go all the way with this car. And that's what we did. So, being that I'm not an expert on this car, we took the top 3 or 4 or 5 cars on Bring a Trailer that brought 200,000, 250, 300,000, all the big dollar cars, and we tried to model what they were doing. Now, this is not a $300,000 Mercedes, and I'm not saying our work is nearly as good as what those guys were doing, but we tried to get everything as correct as we could and as much as we could. And this is the end result. So I have to say, although we're not Mercedes-Benz restorers, we kind of are now because we did this car. And I was very, very careful to make sure that I didn't miss a beat or get something completely wrong. The thing about these cars is they were built after the war, and no two cars I've discovered are exactly alike from what I can tell. And the story goes that, whatever was left from the German military, that's what Mercedes used to build these cars. So if somebody wants to add some knowledge to that story, you're certainly welcome to. If I misspeak in this video, it's not intentional. I'm telling you what I know and what I've researched and discovered. It's got all brand new exhaust from the front to the back, correct Mercedes muffler, correct Mercedes tailpipe. And I've got about 63 or $4,000 worth of receipts. Most of everything that I bought for this car was bought either from K&K Manufacturing, some stuff from Mercedes, and then a lot of stuff from Authentic Classics. And when I was buying parts for the car, if it was available from Mercedes, I tried to get the Mercedes parts, is what I tried to do. Because I know how you guys are really picky about these cars and being correct. These get busted up. We could have repaired that with Bondo. I said, no way. Let's go ahead and get a new clip. So we got a new front clip for the sole reason of just making sure that this little piece of lower lip, spoiler, whatever you want to call it, was right. We went to that level. Literally almost everything is re-chromed or new. We stuck with the original bumpers because I felt those were satisfactory. So those are the original bumpers on the car. And again, I consulted people in the business that deal with these cars to try to get it as right as we could possibly get it. And that's what we have here, guys. So I have to say for rookies, I think we did a pretty decent job. Again, this is not a concourse restored car. I'm sure that any Mercedes-Benz expert can find something that's probably not exactly right, and as far as being super correct. But I will say that we've got the data card. Every number that is on that data card is on this engine. So everything matches like it should. And we're just, like I said, really careful to try to get it right. Every fluid's been changed. The oil, the coolant, the rear diff, the transmission, the brake fluid. Everything's been gone through. We resealed the entire motor. Had some oil leaks, so all that stuff's done. I mean, there's no spider web there. There's no rot anywhere. I mean, just a really, really nice car. Give you a quick overview of the outside. This video is mainly the purpose to show the undercarriage. It's got a beautiful engine bay. This car runs and drives fantastic. So basically, you know, I started with a good solid car as far as everything being there, and then improved every inch of this car in every possible way that we could, as correctly as we could, for not Mercedes-Benz Restore. So if you see something that's not that right, just be easy on me. I've tried my best, but I think we did a hell of a job, and the car is certainly something to definitely be proud of. So there it is. We'll get an engine bay video here shortly. We'll get an interior video shortly. Trunk video. So there it is, guys. 1960 190 SL. Hardtop Roadster. There's a little interesting piece of information about this car that I'll tell in the next video, about the VIN number on this car and what this car started life as well. It's a little different than your average 190 SL, so that'll make for a little interesting story, I think. So check it out. There it is. It's a 95% chance this is going on Bring a Trailer. I've got one client that may want it, so I'm making this video for him as well, but we're going to narrate it as if it's going on Bring a Trailer. Fully serviced, completely tuned up. It is all there, guys. Hope you can appreciate what we did here. Thanks, and have a great day.